for me, I felt unworthy, and there was just a moment in worship where it just all came down on me, and I felt God's love. The last night, something changed in like everybody, and everybody was praying different. We kept on going because we I don't know, it's so hard to explain, because I knew God was gonna keep fighting. Well, before I was looking at how many times, like you said, when you were praying for me, I was looking at how many times I failed him and not how many times he failed me, and that's none.
I guess the best way to put it, to sum it up, is that God showed me that his love is greater than any sin. I guess that's probably the best way to put it. When I got there, I immediately had this little feeling in my heart that something was gonna happen immediately, that I knew something was gonna happen, and I knew I was gonna feel something. But it was Tuesday night that when we were letting go of all our chains, that I really felt everything. I felt like I got hit by a truck. You ever seen one of those big semi trash can trucks? That's what I felt like I got hit with. And it felt amazing just to let all of it go. And I'm glad that.
Pretty much I wasn't even supposed to go to camp because they didn't have my days for work. But miraculously, my schedule came out on Sunday night, and I only had to work on Friday, so not the whole week. So I was able to go. And God really just changed my perspective on everything. Because throughout the whole school year, pretty much, I wasn't good with God. I would try to be, but at the same time, I would put him to the side. And I would be like, I'll seek you in maybe a week. Give me a week to do whatever I want to do, and then I'll start back. And it was like that every single week. I would be like, oh, give me a month, stuff like that. And at one point, I even thought, just give me my college years to do what I want to do, and after that, I'll serve you. And that Wednesday night, sorry, the night that everything just kind of unleashed, God's presence just unleashed at the camp. It was just a hunger for God that there wasn't before. For all of the kids, they just wanted more and more. It was a hunger and thirst that was not going to be able to be satisfied, because that is the hunger and thirst that I want. I want more and more and more, and just continue into his love. And that is something that God spoke to me, was no matter how many times you fail me, because I failed him so many times, and I thought God had removed my purpose in my life. I thought his purpose in my life was over. It was just, now you're gonna sit on the sidelines and not do anything. But no, everything just changed.
I was numb to God's love and everything that God did for me. So I was kind of in a place where I was kind of going downhill, and then I was kind of losing sight of what I had with my first encounter, and then everything just going down, and me ignoring, and I would see that I'm going downhill, but I'm it's gonna be alright, it's gonna be alright. And at camp, God still showed me, and he came back saying that he can always come back to me. I can always come back to him. I will never doubt him.
Before camp, I kind of dealt a lot with anger and forgiveness and feeling loved and everything. And the devil really isolated me from everyone. And so during camp, I was kind of just there. I was I don't really feel anything. I wanted to, but I wouldn't allow myself to. So but then I remember the last night, was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday night. There's a lot of things happening with everyone else, and I was just there how come nothing's happening to me? Just crying. And then God really showed up, and he healed me from everything. But yeah, and then I came back, and I everyone that I had a lot of grudges and anger with, I forgave, and as if nothing happened. And it's for real, that was God, because it doesn't happen normally.
Well, I'm happy that like he took like away all of the emotions that I've like been holding inside, for like a long time, and it was like a reliever, to like finally let all of those emotions out. Cause like he showed me that not only like he listens, but like he can also heal at the same time.
So the Saturday night before camp, we had some of the leaders come over to our house for a time of prayer and worship and just interceding for the kids and what was going to happen. And I remember at one point I just got extremely bold with God, and I was off to the corner and I just said, Lord, I need you. Like, you need to. I almost was like, I demand you to show up this week in these kids' lives, and not just in the kids, but us as leaders. Youth ministry is it's hard, it's stressful. Your heart breaks for the teenagers. The temptations they're going through, and you just want to like kind of rescue all of them, but you know that on your own strength you can't. So we needed God to move, and we needed God to move in a big way. And the first few days, it was pretty just chill. Everyone was having a good time. But by Tuesday night, I could see a shift. Something was starting to happen. And by Wednesday, it was done. God was wrecking everybody, from the leaders down to the kids, even to kids that did not want to be at camp, did not leave there without hearing God's voice or being touched by his presence in some way, shape, or form. And for me, like, God told me shortly thereafter that he didn't just meet my expectations, he surpassed what I was asking. And he definitely did. He surpassed in every way, shape, and form. Everything I thought was going to happen, he went over and beyond all of that. So God was just amazing. And your kids are definitely not the same kids that you took. The ones that went to camp are no longer the same.